What is going on, Warriors of Tamaris? Back again with another pet guide in Call of Dragons. In today's episode, we are gonna have a look at the underrated Frost Bear. The pet has been out for over 2 years and people have been calling it trash. Turns out this pet is quite good. Might even be a better performer than the Venomous Lizard for heroes that have shields. In today's episode, I'm gonna explain how this pet works and you're gonna see why I say it is excellent. If you're new here, subscribe for more content, like the video, share it with your friends, drop some comments down below. Let's get right into it. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris, the time has come to check out the amazing Frost Bear in Call of Dragons. It's been over 2 years and people have ignored this pet for a long time. A lot of people say this pet is trash because they don't understand how it works properly. Today, we're gonna cover all of that. I personally think this pet might be better than the Venomous Lizard for Madeline or Danfell. So let's see how it works. The talent skill is known as Frost Armor. It says, when your Legion gains a shield, your war pet gains Primitive Strike. 40% chance to deal damage to the target Legion upon being hit by a normal attack for 5 seconds. The damage type is physical. The damage factor is shield factor times whatever you see over here. So the bigger the shield, the more damage you're going to do. And this is the most interesting part of this pet. Now let's go back over here and see what is going on. It says 40% chance to deal damage to the target Legion upon being hit by a normal attack. Now if you don't look at this properly, you're going to think that it's only going to do damage to the one person that you're fighting. It turns out this pet can do AoE damage. It can hit multiple people who are hitting you at the same time, not just the one person that's fighting in front of you. And that is something we completely missed out. So this pet is going to be amazing. The damage output is going to depend on your shield factor. We already have a few heroes in the game with different shield factor that can do a lot on the field. So let us see what is going on here. I'm gonna scroll to the bottom and we find Madeline. She will help explain how this pet is going to work. So first of all, we're going to put this artifact here, aka the Dragon Scale Armor. It's going to be important as well. So we got that over here. Now we put the Frost Bear. Okay, deploy. Good. Okay, so we go back to the skill. It says 40% chance to deal damage to the target Legion. Now another mistake that a lot of us made was that in the past we thought if Madeline lost the shield, this pet doesn't do anything. That's not how it works. So every time you trigger a shield factor, let's say Madeline for example, when you trigger Madeline rage skill, she's going to give you 1200 shield factor. This 1200 shield factor is going to trigger this Frost Bear and work over a time frame of 5 seconds, regardless of whether you lose the shield or not. So Madeline will give you 1200 shield factor. It will be registered by this pet. You can lose that shield factor right away, but this pet is going to use that 1200 shield factor for 5 seconds and deal damage to whoever hits it. That's how it kind of works right now. So you're going to do some good damage with this shield factor. Well, guess what? We have another shield factor here on the Dragon Scale Armor. And this is where things get interesting. This artifact has a shield factor of 4500. Let that sink in, guys. 4500 shield factor. When you trigger the shield factor, this pet is going to register that 4500 shield factor and use it to do damage over 5 seconds. It's going to do some good damage against your enemies, which is why this pet is going to be pretty good for the open field. We just ignored it for a very long time. I think if you build it properly, you should be able to get some good stuff. I personally thought that if you lose the shield, you lose the damage. It doesn't work like that. The pet is going to register the shield and use it for the duration of 5 seconds, regardless of whether you lose the shield or not. So this is how this pet works. And now we're gonna try and build it. I'm gonna be building this pet to up to 2 stars just to see how it works with the Grey Mars, Warhammer, and Madeline. I'm gonna see how they perform. Let us go back to the pet sanctuary and see how we can build this pet to get some good value against your enemies on the field. We're going to click on this one. We go to the skills. We hit the 3-star version and we look at the pet skills that we're going to build. So we have the Frost Armor, which is the talent skill. Just look at this shield factor times 4.3 plus 5.14, which is almost times 10. And this one is some terrible attributes. I think this pet is going to be very, very promising on the field. I'm going to build one 2-star and see how it works. So we have the 3 core skills that you're going to put on the pet. You got the Frost Armor, and then you're going to put the Advanced Frost Armor. Frost Armor damage chance plus 6.7 plus 7.6. So now you have an additional 13% chance, which is going to take this from 40% to 53%. But with good attributes, you can push this all the way up to 60, I believe. 60% chance to deal damage. It's going to be amazing, both for garrison and open field fighting. So you're going to put your Advanced Frost Armor. It's going to perform well. And then you have the Intense Frost Armor. This is going to increase the duration of the shield. So here you have 5 seconds. If you have good attributes on your Intense Frost Armor, you can increase it all the way up to maybe 8 seconds, give or take, which is quite useful. Now for 8 seconds, you will be doing damage based on your shield factor. Imagine your Dragon Scale Armor doing damage for 8 seconds, 4,500 damage factor. It's going to be huge. Some of the other skills that you're going to put on the pet are going to be the Counter Strike. You will put the Advanced Counter Strike. You have the Angry Roar, you have Blood Roar, and you have Fatal Bite. Now, if you're going to build this pet for Garrison or Rally with Mr. Danfell, Danfell has a 600 shield. There are some skills here that you can use as well. There is the Fierce Attack and you have the Intense Fierce Attack if you're going to be building it for Garrison. So let us check out 2 pet builds that I have created for this pet. I'm going to build one of them and use it for fighting on the field. Okay, Warriors of Tamaris, here is the general pet build for the Frost Bear in the Call of Dragons. I call this one Open Field Counter Build. You have your Frost Armor, you have Intense Frost Armor, and then you have the Advanced Frost Armor. This is going to increase the chance to trigger this pet, and then the Intense is going to increase the duration. You got your Counter Strike, you have the Advanced Counter Strike. And then you have your crate package over here. You have the Angry Roar, the Blood Roar, and you have the Fatal Bite. Now, when you extend the duration of this pet, let's say you extend it to 8 seconds, and you put the Advanced Frost Armor with a 60% chance to trigger, the person that is fighting you is going to take some serious damage, depending on your shield factor. And Danfell has a 600 shield. I think it might even perform better than what is it called, the Moon Bear or maybe the Venomous Lizard, until we test it out. So I don't want to make any unnecessary claims, but hypothetically speaking, this pet might be very, very good for Garrison or Rally. So this is the first build. It is for the open field PvP. Remember, it can do damage to multiple people hitting you at the same time. So I think it's good. I don't know how many people it can hit. I'm still trying to study the pet to see what it's going to be doing. So the next pet build is this one right here. I call it Garrison or the Rally. This one we have Fierce Attack and Intense Fierce Attack. From the previous one, we removed Counter Strike and Advanced Counter Strike. I've been hearing people saying that these two do not work in Garrison, I think, especially in the city. So maybe we're going to take it out and then we go with the Fierce Attack and the Intense Fierce Attack. Everything else is the same. This is going to be very good for Rally and Garrison. You're going to have Mogro primary and Danfell as the deputy for the Rally. Or you can have Goresh primary and then Danfell as the deputy with the Frost Armor. You could be surprised at what it's going to do, especially when you have these 2 additional skills over here. You increase the trigger chance and you increase the duration. It's kind of like a well-built Night Rock that does damage over 7 seconds with those critical hits. Except with this one, you don't need any critical hits. You just need someone to hit you and trigger it. So this is pretty good pet. I think it's going to be amazing for Garrison and Raleigh. Someone just has to have some faith and then try it out. Who knows? It could be a new Raleigh meta pet. Just saying. Unfortunately, Danfell has only 600 shield. If his shield was big like the one for Madeline, 1200, I think it would have been excellent. So these are the two pet builds that I have for this pet. I think it's awesome. The skill can do AoE. It can hit multiple people. So don't think it only hits the one person that you're fighting. It can hit other people who are hitting you at the same time. I still don't know how it triggers it, but it's pretty good. And I'm gonna build one for myself. With that being said, I think we are done with the Frost Bear in Call of Dragons. So what do you guys think about this pet? Let me know down below. Right now, let me show you guys my current project. Once I'm done with my current project, I'm gonna be shifting to the Frost Bear to try and build it for Madeline. So we're gonna go over here and see what is going on. You know what? Before I show you guys, I need to explain something here as well. So when you're using the Frost Armor, every time you get a shield, it's going to take over the previous shield that you have. So if you're building this pet, try to stay away from the heart wall, because this heart wall is going to take effect when it is triggered, and the shield factor of the heart wall is very small. It's only going to give you little damage. So you need to remove this heart wall from this pet. You don't need it. And if you're going to use this pet, I think you only need to use one hero with a shield in your lineup. That way you can have the bigger shield doing damage all the time. For example, you don't want to pair Madeline with Danfell and then use it with the Frost Armor, because Danfell's shield is only 600. So Danfell gets a 600 shield to do damage, and then Madeline comes over, gets a 1200 shield, and then Danfell comes over and puts his 600 shield. It just doesn't look very good. So you only need one hero with a shield. The good thing is you can extend the duration of your shield by using the Intense Frost Armor. So this is something that I want to add over here. It is something you need to know. Only use one hero with a shield, not both of them. Thea also has a shield. Her shield factor is 1000. It is smaller than the shield factor for Madeline. So you don't want to pair them together because it's going to interfere with the performance of this Frost Armor. So I hope you guys understand that. So right now, let us have a look at the project that I'm working on right now. It is the Ice Lizard. I have a nice pet here, 8 skill slots with this good stuff. Unfortunately, the spirit cannot reach 310, even with pet fruits. This kind of sucks. I hope the devs can increase the number of pet fruits that you can use. Now I have 1 2-star over here. We got another one right here, another one here, another one here that is 4. This one should be 2-star by the end of the week. And when we go to my inventory, I have 1 ice core that I extracted. I failed extracting 2. So right now I'm just going to consume. I have the intense ice core ready to take it to 3-star. So we're gonna see. I'm also excited about the Ice Lizard. When I'm done with it, I'm gonna make a video, do a review and show it to all of you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.